So, you want to learn how to play Sigma and carry your team to victory? Boy, do I have a guide for you. And it's simple and easy one at that. Daddy Sigma is quite literally a meta pick, and I'm bringing you a guide that will allow you to succeed as Sigma in the tank role. I want to start this guide off with an overview of Sigma. Before we get started, I want you to remember this. Sigma is a tank who tanks from a distance. Sigma is considered a main tank after all, and you have the sole responsibility of taking care of your team. You want to grief the enemy team's backline, which can make them overextend or fall back, granting your team kills and or a push. However, like every hero, Sigma does have his setbacks. He's very poke and push, has very slow movement, and his shield regenerates somewhat slow. Let's talk abilities, starting with Kinetic Grasp. You can absorb projectiles being fired at you and convert that to shields. It's pretty straightforward, but this does not only apply to you. You can also eat any projectiles being fired at your team if you position yourself in front of them. A lot of the time when people see you using this move, they'll start shooting someone else, so be sure to be mindful of that. Using Kinetic Grasp on Diva missiles or Bastion turret will give you tons of health and waste their ability. Basically anybody who sprays.
Nice.
Accretion, or your rock, is an AoE attack that is perfect for shutting down certain abilities like Roadhog's heal or even Genji's deflect. The knockdown isn't too long at just 0.8 seconds, but it's more than enough time for you and your team to jump a greedy tank or squishies. Tip: you can combo with Anna if she sleeps an enemy. Using your primary fire to rock will secure a kill against DPS and support. Or, you can just troll a tank if you'd like. Barrier. You can throw out a barrier to any location you desire, and you can also take it back at any time. This enables you to protect the front line and off angles. Sigma having the ability to recall and propel the barrier is great for any situation that might occur. Whether it's for you or your team, barrier can require some quick decision making as to who retreats or who lives.
Punch!
Sigma is susceptible to damage if he's being attacked from above, so be sure to use your barrier up top if you feel like you're being targeted. Tip: your barrier can prevent support heroes from healing, which can allow you to 1v1 and causes enemies to reposition around your barrier. But have you ever thought to yourself, what is that melody?
Play of the game.
Let's talk about Sigma's ultimate, Gravity Flux. Gravity Flux manipulates gravity to lift enemies into the air and slam them back down. Sigma himself flies into the air using this ability, and he's able to cast this within a 7-meter radius. It can be somewhat difficult to get a bunch of enemies as everyone scatters, so you want to use your ultimate right away when enemies have gathered. It's fine to hang on to it, but don't do it for too long, or you may not get the opportunity again. The cool thing about Sigma's ultimate is that you can use your primary fire mid-ultimate. So you can hit support or DPS mid-air, but you can definitely secure a kill right as they slime. Even if you don't, most of the time your team will help you clean up shop. Here's a tip: if you ever get booped off the map, you can use your ultimate to come back and rip it on that goofy ass Lucio who thought he— No way, the Lucio killed me! Just make sure you have enough health. You can also take enemies off the point. This can be really useful for crucial moments like overtime. Your positioning as Sigma is key to your success. Keep in mind, Sigma is a medium to close range tank, so you will most likely be brawling on the front lines most of the time. Rock is less reactable, and Kinetic Grasp works splendidly when in your enemies' faces. However, if you're getting out-shielded by a Rhine, then it would be optimal to play off angles. Playing off angles can also be beneficial to you if your shield is down or you have run out of Kinetic Grasp. Consider taking a high ground for mix-ups and to ensure a level of safety for yourself. But only do this if your team is near you. Remember, your objective as Sigma is to push. While you're pushing, feel free to extend that barrier far to create an obstacle for your enemies. To summarize, Sigma is what I would describe as incredibly disruptive. It requires you to make quick decisions while pushing a point and cause havoc if played correctly. He can also shut down most abilities or even ultimates, which can potentially allow for you to stop a push entirely, granting your team several opportunities. Sigma is quite literally a strong pick for the tank role. Let me know if you found this guide helpful. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing. It helps the channel. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.